I just wanted to pay my respects to the TV after 6 years. I think it was 2013. I think I gave this to you guys for Christmas.
I don't know.
It's dead now.
I remember.
You remember?
But I remember you holding that big box, but I don't know what year it was.
I think it was 2013. Dad sent me a message today and was like, the TV's not working. He's like, there's audio, but there's no video. And I was like, that's weird. So I came over and looked at it, and yeah, the TV functions, but there's nothing on screen. And from doing a few quick Google searches, it looks like the picture board is dead. Which is frustrating, but that you could get it repaired, but for how cheap TVs are, it's almost not even worth it, because you could just upgrade the TV in some way and take the money that you would spend getting the board replaced and put it towards just a new TV, because everything is so cheap now. So yeah. I feel bad because I know you guys watch like Netflix and stuff, and also like the vlogs. You watch all of that like every night. Mm-hmm. And now you can't do that for a bit. But I'm kind of hoping that like Mom will be okay with like getting rid of the entertainment center, because then you could have like a much bigger television. I feel really bad that my parents' TV is broken, like on multiple levels. I feel bad because it's not as old as TVs we have that are still working, because the RCA that we have upstairs we got in 2011, which is older than 2013. And the TV that Mal uses, the little tiny 720p Samsung that Mal uses as her monitor for when she's doing Mal Makes, that TV is from 2007. That TV is 12 years old. And I'm like, seriously? So not only do I feel bad on the sense of like, I gave it to them and the gift that I gave them is broken, but then also I'm like, it wasn't really that old. What's up with that, LG? What the crap? I don't know. Anyway, I feel bad about that, but we'll get it figured out. Like I said, I would really like it if they got rid of the entertainment center, because they could have a bigger TV in there. I don't know if they'll go for that, but that's what I think they should do. I know that my mom likes to have the storage of the entertainment center, but I looked in all of that while I was over there, and there's a lot of stuff that like it doesn't need to be there, and there's a lot of stuff that's just taking up space or could be moved. I think they could make it happen. I mean, obviously that's up to them, but like they should. Also, the other day I had mentioned that my parents had all the appliances delivered, and I think one of the things I mentioned was that their microwave was put in wrong. I can't remember, because that was a wild day and there's a lot of stuff that happened. But when I had looked at their microwave where it mounts to the cabinet up top, I noticed that it was bolted in with 2 bolts, and one of the bolts, like you could spin the bolt and it wasn't doing anything. Like it was clearly not in there. And because of that, Home Depot actually sent out other people to look at that microwave today, and they were there while we were there looking at the TV. And they blocked us in, so we just had to wait. But they came in and they looked at it, and apparently the thread that is in the microwave that holds it up to that cabinet was completely stripped, so it wasn't doing anything. And they're like, yeah, we're just going to have to get you a new microwave. He's like, it's not something you can fix. And they're like, nope. They're like, you can keep the microwave until we bring you a new one, but like we're going to have to get you a new one.
I think it's interesting. The guy called the manufacturer.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, let me pull up the install notes, because apparently they make install notes.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't see anything about that. Let me find out. I'll put you on hold. And she came back like 5 minutes later after being on hold, and she's like, oh, I found it here that he said that it was stripped. They never told your parents. They were just going to let it go and hope no one noticed, but they did put it on the notes.
I didn't even hear that part, but holy crap. But also, like, my parents said the other day that when those delivery people were there, that they were trying to do everything very quickly, and they weren't thrilled about being there, and that's kind of the impression they got. And like, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, and I'm sure that they're probably crazy all the time, because I just feel like that position just in general to some degree. I think that they probably overbook those people. So like I feel bad, but then also that's, you know, it's still not my parents' fault, you know? Like they have to get their stuff installed, and especially if they knew the microwave was messed up and they did nothing, that's insane. And they didn't mention it? Yikes. Yeah, it's going to be a yikes for me, Chief. But it sounds like they're actually going to get their stuff fixed, so that's good. So we've just been trucking along and working, and it was Saturday game night, and it's the holiday, so it's kind of a weird time. You don't know who's going to be around, who's not going to be around. And Chaz had an idea that he wanted to pursue, and I was like, sure, let's do it. So we actually recorded a video tonight, and I don't want to really like reveal too much about it because that would be spoiling the fun, and I hate spoiling fun. I'll just say that it was a let's say it's Skyrim. Steven and Friends Skyrim. Multiplayer Skyrim. This is what we did. And what was so interesting is that this video was so long, and it was very long. It was just near as a hair 3 hours long, that it actually didn't even make sense for me to ask Dan to do it. So this is the first Steven Plays video in a while that I edited. And so if there's anything wrong with it, you can blame me, not Dan. Just because while we were playing it, I was listening to see if there would be anything that would require any sort of edits. And I was like, just pay close attention. And there weren't. I was like, no, this can be uploaded just straight up. So I, there's still some level of work because you have to get everything synced together, because you have to have like the chat overlay, and you got to get everything perfectly synced. But then once you do, you don't technically have to watch through the video because you know everything that happened in the video. I guess there's always that slight chance that something went wrong at some point somewhere in the middle of the video. But when a video is that long, it actually doesn't even make sense to ask Dan to do it. So I just did it myself. And it was interesting because, it's been so long actually since I've put something like a Steven and Friends video together that I had to rethink through it. I was like, let's see, what do I do here? What settings do I need to apply? So it's clear that I'm not out of practice from editing. Like I edit all the time. I have to do vlogs, but it's a different mindset from how I would do a Let's Play video, and that was interesting. But I did it, and I got it exporting. So it was nice to be able to do that very, very quickly. Make sure that I had the audio all set, and it was like, yeah, this is good. People can watch this. This is a watchable video, and I don't have to rewatch through all 3 hours of it. I trust that it's good enough. It's probably not up to par with the stuff that Dan would do and watch through and put his finesse on, but for folks that are interested in this specific video, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. Anyway, that is going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know what my parents are going to do about their TV. I'll talk to them tomorrow and maybe learn a little bit more, and we'll just kind of go from there. I gotta admit though, I'm actually very excited at the prospect for them because they could get a bigger TV, and not to put them down, but they are older than me. They're getting older. You get older and your eyes work less good. You need bigger screens to be able to see the picture better. My parents watch so much media. They watch so many shows on Netflix. They're always telling us about shows I've never even heard of. And tons of shows that I have. They watch a ton of stuff. So even going a few days without a television, I'm sure is a very big deal for them, because that's so much of what they like to do in the evenings. So I know that they're anxious to fill that hole, but I do hope that hopefully the hole that they fill is filled with a bigger plug. You fill in a hole. Now it just gave me a look, but it's a TV-shaped hole. So a TV, not a plug, but I'll stop. Thanks for watching, and as always, let's meet back tomorrow, shall we? I didn't know what to call it.